Hello everyone, today I have another animation analysis. Today I'm gonna analyze the trailer of Puss in Boots. It's looking really good, it's a new film that is coming up and yeah, really excited to watch it. So let's go.
I am Puss in Boots. Holy frijoles! Hey, giant!
Okay, right from the start we have some really nice animation. Notice the animation style is quite similar to the Spider-Man movie, the animated movie. See how they have one frame where the character changes pose, then they keep the same pose, they move the environment. You see how the character literally stays on the same place, screen-wise. They just move the whole environment moved, but the character stays on the same place screen-wise. Then the character changes pose and then again moves with the same pose. Changes pose, moves the same pose. Changes pose, same pose. Changes pose, same pose. But it keeps moving. It doesn't mean that because if you want to make it look fluid, you have to keep the character moving if you only have one pose every 2 frames. So this is what they done, keeping the same pose but still moving the character in the environment, in the scene. Same here, see? This is really good. See how same pose, literally everything moving, and then boom, the character moves. Same pose and the character moves. Same pose and then the character moves. It's really nice.
You want to see something cool?
And notice how, depending on the shot, depending on the animation, you don't have to have this animation style all the time. See how in this case is every frame, 24 frames per second, because this is a close-up. You need a lot of expression, you need a certain animation style to make it realistic. So in this case they chose to make it 24 frames per second, but in more action-packed shots they choose the other animation style, which fits more it creates that comic-like effect on the animation.
Want to see something cool?
Love this line of action, really nicely pushed.
The legend will never die! Puss in Boots, you died. I have 9 lives. And how many?
This is great as well. Notice how when he puts his boot, notice how he's not just putting the boot, but then he cleans up his hands slightly on his belly. So it's a nice secondary action, so that it's not like the character just does the task that he's supposed to do, but he does something else that doesn't need to be done for the character to make sense, for the shot to make sense. Sometimes you can add extra things to your shot that convey the personality of the character, but you don't necessarily need them to tell the story. But as they create that sense of personality in the character, they emphasize the story.
And how many times have you died already? No, Puss in Boots doesn't need a spotter. Watch. Watch. A cat always lands on his feet. What?
This is also really nice line of action here.
You are down to your last life. Mama Luna's always on the lookout for a new lap cat. I am no lap cat. I am Puss in Boots. Not anymore. Meow.
I love this as well. Notice how when he reacts to seeing all the cats in the house, notice how he gets surprised, but this is the first pose. Then the face, notice how the face squashes, the eyebrows go down, the cheeks go up, the jaw goes up, everything squashes, the eyes close up a bit, and then you have the reaction, the ears go down, the jaw drops, the eyebrows raise, the cheeks and the lower lids go down. So, but you have a little anticipation just before, a little anticipation before the reaction. So always keep in mind having a light, even if it's very small, anticipation before a change of expression can create a nice animation.
Oh no.
This is a person party, Pickles. That's your party.
So this is where dignity goes to die.
This is I really like this as well. Notice how this facial expression is this is where dignity goes to die, and he's like worried, and then he blinks. He has the same expression. He blinks, and then notice how in the transition, notice the eyebrows, the mouth. In the transition, boom, from blinking, just when the character blinks, they use this transition to boom, change the facial expression. So they go from this, I'm more worried, to like, okay, that's my life now. So you see how they use the blink to change the facial expression.
So this is where dignity goes to die.
You don't look like a Pickles.
Well, you don't look like a cat.
Full disclosure, I'm a therapy dog. Wanna rub my belly?
Hard, Puss.
Oh.
They found me.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears Crime Family.
Make her talk.
Excuse me, my darling. We're looking for the legendary Puss in Boots. Have you perhaps...
This is really nice when she grabs the stick.
Looking for...
Notice how she's looking at him like, oh my god, look, the nice line of action on the face. Then, as the bear pulls away, then she blinks, relaxes a bit, then she looks down, takes the stick, oh no, sorry, she looks down, looks at him again, reaches for the stick, grabs the stick, and
Puss in Boots. Have you perhaps...
boom. But you notice how that small dart on the eyes to sell that she's looking onto something to grab.
Excuse me, my darling. We're
See the little glance?
looking for the legendary Puss in Boots. Have you perhaps seen him?
What's a Puss in Boots?
He is me.
Oh.
Normally, I have a sword. It's like a whole thing, you know?
Okay.
Get that cat. Dead or alive will be just right.
Bounty hunters. Kitties of Puss, I need your help.
I love this
Will
character.
be just right.
Bounty hunters.
This character is so appealing. It's really well done. This is appeal-wise of all the characters. I think this is my favorite.
Kitties of Puss, I need your help.
The landing here, the cat landing, superhero landing is really great. Notice, boom, she gets into the pose, really nice line of action, and just a couple of frames of settle down and settle up. So it's a little wave motion, torso, hips, torso, head, then torso, hips, head. So torso, hips, torso, head down, hips, torso, head up. A little wave motion.
Whenever I come up with you, things go wrong. Cool, another member of the team. I'm Puss's therapy dog.
Definitely not.
Finally, you need therapy.
I really like this shot as well. Notice how brilliant, because sometimes when there is a lot of camera movements, it's hard to make it look nice. But so I'm gonna analyze this one. See how in this case, notice the path of action that the character makes in the screen. Notice, can you see the arc that is creating, this arc that is creating on the screen? So as the screen rotates, the character is creating as, although it's staying pretty much on the same, around the same place on the screen, but it's creating that visual arc around and down. Really nice line of action and huge spacing. See, from one frame, boom, when you want to sell a really hard, strong shot, strong hit, a strong impact, you create a huge spacing. This way, boom, you sell a much stronger impact. boom.
I have got to learn how to do that.
Lives flashing before your eyes. Pray
This I really like as well.
before your eyes.
Lies flash before your eyes.
Before your eyes. Before your eyes. Before your eyes.
I like it because it's really from inside. Notice lies flash before. See how before he says eyes, before your eyes, the eyes open up because he's telling an intense. There's a lot of emotion on that words, like lies flashing before your eyes. Like what he's really saying is you're about to die. So he's he's trying to sell like a psychopathic, like he wants to kill him. So see how he opens the eyes and then eyes, but you have the overlap. First the eyes sell the emotion, first the eyes tell the audience the emotions of the character, and then he speaks up. So
Lives flashing before your eyes.
see before your eyes,
Lives flashing before your eyes.
see.
Pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
This one as well is a really good shot. This is great. I mean, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Really nice. The zoom in, the character gets closer to the camera. They change the focal length probably so that first the character appears more flat, the face more flat, and as they change the focal length or they get closer to the camera, then everything is a bit deformed towards camera, so you feel feels more stretched, and you can see all the dimensions, everything. So, and they match it with you can see a little bit the teeth here, a little bit, and by the last frames you can really see the teeth. So it's a really contrast between, you can see the intensity building up, and also in the face. Look, the face is kind of like open eyes, but see how in the last frames it gets more intense. The eyes open really wide, the mouth opens as well. See how the lips go up, the mouth opens a bit more, the lower lids go down as well, the eyebrows get more intense, everything till this pose, which is sells completely the intention of, like, this is the most intense frame. You really feel the intention of the character in this frame. I really like how they matched this. From this you see the inertia of the character going screen right, jumping, really intense movement, and then they cut and they mix it with this shot. So even though it's a trailer and these two don't come together, but they mix it in a way that they feel coherent. They feel as if they are from the same sequence. That you can, even though they are not from the same sequence, the audience doesn't feel like they have changed situation. They feel that it's in the same situation, the fight. It's really nice because they keep the inertia, they keep the screen direction, and really nice done.
I don't trust you.
Trust me.
You gotta trust him. Look at those eyes.
You call that cute?
And with the paws. Am I doing it? You're gonna give yourself a hernia.
Well, this is the end of the trailer. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned quite a bit from it. I sure did. And really nice. I really like seeing new animation styles, new styles of animation, new things coming up. And also, if you have any suggestions for any animations that you want me to analyze, just drop it on the comments on the Discord server. And until the next time.